first and foremost, just such a blessing to have, all of our guys buy in to the way that we want to play. And even when guys are out, their preparation allows them to meet the challenge, meet the opportunity. And I'm grateful. That's what tonight was. It was playing against a really good team, locking into our game plan, discipline. And we went out and executed on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch.
With Zion, there are so many different accolades, so many different directions. What impresses you most about how he handles the pressure of the spotlight, of not having CJ or BI tonight, of having so many eyeballs on him and expectations at all times?
Yeah, I told him tonight in the locker room that he was a monster. He carried us. He continued to make the right plays over and over again. When we needed a bucket, we put the ball in his hands, and he got to the basket. He got to the free throw line. He was flying around on both ends of the floor. 4 steals, 2 blocks. Defensively, he's in the right spots. Just impressive to see.
Yeah, you mentioned the steals and the blocks. How impressive has it been just to see his defensive activity go up the way it has probably maybe the last week or so?
Well, I continue to say it's really about our team. We talk about the 10-game increments. Our last 10 games, even before tonight, our defense was ranked second in those 10 games. Z's a big part of that. All of our guys collectively being on the same page, guarding the ball, doing all of the things that we're talking about, and then finishing the possessions with rebounds. So once again, my hat's off to Z. We're putting a lot on his shoulders right now, and he's carrying us.
And is that kind of what you expect from the great ones, right? When their big-time teammates go out, they step up and kind of lift up the rest of the guys?
Absolutely. It's what we talk about is sort of what we teach. And Zion, Brandon, CJ, all of those guys are capable of having big nights. But I love the fact that they continue to make the right plays. They get their teammates involved, and you can see collectively across the board, guys are scoring, we're moving, we're cutting, we're setting screens, we're getting each other open. It's fun basketball to watch, at least from my spot.
Just hit it on a little bit, but 74 in the first half. What allowed you guys to get in that flow?
It was really our ability to get stops, continue to contest shots. They came out early and threw the ball in to Siakam, and we made some adjustments on him. But it was really forcing those guys to take tough shots, keep them out of our paint, take care of the basketball. I thought we did a great job of that in the first half. But our defense fuels our offense. And so it's something that we'll continue to work on. But tonight, I thought we did a solid job across the board.
14, 9, and 8 for Dyson. What did you think about what he did off the bench for you?
He was huge for us. It's funny watching him play. He's just getting better and better the more that he gets time. He's poised. He makes really good plays. 9 assists, 8 rebounds, like you said, 14 points, close to a triple-double from a 19-year-old young man. It's impressive.
What did you think I know you want to talk about team defense, but of Z's block, dunk, steal, dunk, and the timing of that as Toronto was kind of coming back in it?
That was a huge moment in the game where I think they had cut it to maybe 13, 14 points, and sort of time score situation, Z just knew, all right, I need to take over the game, and he did that, and he did it on both ends. We know that his athletic ability offensively is impressive, but to go up and get some of those blocks, to grab the rebound, to take it full court, to get to the basket, get to the foul line, those are things that great players do.
And how big was it for JV to have a night like he had? I think 16 and 13 for him. I know it's hard sometimes with how teams are, trying to go offensively with you guys. But how big is it for him to still have these kind of nights?
It's big. It's huge for his confidence. He's had a few rough games where he hadn't been able to get going quite like he wants to. But JV is a pro. Doesn't miss practice. He tries to play as many games as he can, and he's always ready. He's a team guy. We love having him, love being around him. And tonight he had an opportunity to have a big night, and he did, rebounding the ball. we want him to shoot more, which he did, and good to see some shots go in for him.
3 straight 20-point games for Trey Murphy. You talked about players stepping up in the absence of others. Do you feel he's taking a little bit of a leap as a sophomore? And what do you feel about his partnership with Zion and the pressure it puts on defenses, having someone who could put so much pressure at the rim, and then the other guy puts so much pressure from behind the arc?
Yeah, it's impressive. Trey puts the work in. Trey and Coach Corey Brewer, they're watching film together. They're working on different aspects of his game. I love the fact that he's shot faking and just straight line driving, going to finish over guys now. So he's adding another dimension to his game. But with his ability to spread the floor, it allows Zion to operate in the paint. And he knows when he kicks it out to those guys, he's just trusting that they'll make the next play. And Trey is having some huge nights for us.
After Herb's injury, can you give us any update on what's moving forward with him?
I don't have any updates at the moment.
And just big picture, this is the first time the team's been 5 games over 500 since 2017-18. You talked coming into the season about expectations of saying, hey, we want to be better than we were last year. We're not just going to be satisfied with that. And just being at this point, despite so many guys being injured, so many different lineups, just can you speak to the adversity you guys have dealt with and being at this point now?
Yeah, this is all God. Just being a blessing to our team. Even when guys go out, I've said it before, all of our guys, they buy in. We try to make sure that we continue to communicate about preparation and life. And, I'm blessed and fortunate to be able to coach these guys and be around our staff. So when guys go down, I've said it before, we don't look at it as an obstacle. For us, it's an opportunity to go out and continue to grow as a team, continue to build, and our expectations are high. We're not there yet, but we're continuing to build towards where we want to be. Okay, thank you.